Hey, welcome to KariMe Podcast, where you can carry life conversations with you. I am your host, Kari, and this is my son,
Corey.
Corey, on the mic, y'all. It has been
1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. This is my first, first podcast of 2025. And I have had some technical difficulties, but I'm ready now. Everything is going good. Everything is I got my mics going. I got everything that I need to go and start this life changing experience that I'm about to dive into
Especially with these mics.
with these mics. I'm just saying, I done went from 2 to 6. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have more guests, more people. Um, and I'm looking forward to it. So what's going on with you, son?
Not too much, mama. Just working. Just working and trying to figure out the next step in this plan we call life.
Okay. That don't sound too bad. You know what that remind me of?
What's that?
It's a part in my favorite movie. What's that movie with Chris Tucker and
Money talks.
no. He was playing that singer on that ship with Bruce Willis. The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you remember the part where Chris Tucker was trying to interview Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
and he was like, "So, my man,
Yeah.
how does it feel to be something?" And then all he said was thrilled. And then that was it. Anyway, I just thought about that when you
I am a man of
said about life.
very selective choice of words.
Of course. But that's okay, as long as you got words.
That's correct.
You know, as long as you got something to say. But so like I said, I got some new equipment, some new just everything new.
Yeah.
Everything is new. So I'm excited about it. So one of the things that I really didn't have anything specific to actually talk about.
Of course.
Because honestly, I was just kind of practicing a little bit. But since we're here, we can go and get into it if you want to.
You can give it a little minute. Yeah.
Give it a minute, whatever. So I was going over some of these little topics.
Correct.
That I had in my phone last year.
Yeah.
And as I was going over them, I was just looking at like, wow, I should have been talking about this kind of stuff right here, you know. But one of the things that stuck out, I think, with you was when I said, which one was it? We need to learn how to stop living in the past. That was a good one.
That was a very good one.
But it was the one about a lot of women.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Because I want you to elaborate.
I got you.
A lot of women are not living up to the expectations of what they are looking for in a man.
Correct.
Yeah. And we was getting ready to get into that conversation of that kind of stuck out to you.
Yes.
So what you think about that?
Well,
being a young man in the city of Memphis, dealing with all these Memphian women, we ain't that nice now.
No, I can't even say nice. I wouldn't say nice. It's just more of a solid base conviction when you're talking to Memphis women. Not all of them are like that, but for the most part, they are like that. But back to your question about some women don't follow to the expectations they want from a man, if I'm saying it correctly.
A lot of women are not living up to the expectations of what they are looking for in a man.
Correct.
Okay.
So
before you start that, by listening to that,
yes,
what comes to mind? Like, what are you thinking about as far as, because I don't want you to agree with me just because you being a man.
Correct.
I want you to really like it from your standpoint. What do you think that means?
A lot of women, and it's just from personal situations I've been through. a lot of women want their man to be the ideal of what they think. However, those same women will not put that same effort into themselves that they would from expectations from a guy.
Okay.
So if you're expecting your man to do X, Y, and Z, and even extra stuff, even on top of the stuff you got him doing, if you not doing it, why would you expect him to do it?
Okay. But can you give me an example?
Um, let's see. Uh,
So when I say give me an example,
yeah.
I mean give me an example to the point where she ain't even doing it. So how's she gonna ask for it?
Okay, I
Yeah.
give a
Yeah.
small example. I ain't gonna say too many names, but
That's okay.
um,
Don't say no
it was
names.
a situation where I like to clean.
Okay.
I love to clean. I just like a clean house.
That's good.
I got that from you, honestly, and grandma.
Okay.
However, my partner at the time was not as clean as I was. Not saying that she was dirty, she just wasn't clean like I was.
Okay.
So, we used to have this thing where like she would uh she would cook, but
Mm-hmm.
would not clean up though.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I go in there and
That's
I go in there and take
that's the
care of it.
compromise.
And then it started become a thing where like she just was not washing dishes, and I'm like, you just gonna leave the dishes in the sink? Ain't gonna clean them? Ain't gonna do nothing. So
So this was every time she cooked or just period?
it started became more of a period thing than then just from cooking.
Gotcha.
Like the dishes would be sitting there 3 4 days, and then like I get I hear something like, "Oh, you ain't wash the dishes today?" And I'm like, "You couldn't wash the dishes." Like you couldn't wash the dishes. I just clean them. I don't even ask. I don't even ask you to do it. I just
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
But why would you don't it? Because her thing was she want a man that cleans. She want a man that cooks. And I'm a guy that, not saying I don't cook, I don't clean. I just don't do it as
Right.
often.
Yeah.
So when I was with her, I did more of things I never done. Of course, I'm a clean. Of course, I'm a cook if you ask me to. But if I don't see you doing it, do not expect that out of me.
Okay.
For example, I'm not a big social media guy,
Mm-hmm.
not at all. And we used to have this thing where she would say things like, "Oh, you don't put me on your Instagram. You don't put me on that." I had already stated that I'm not a social media guy. I'm not finna be doing it. Not saying I wouldn't do it. That's just ain't the first thing I'm finna do. Now, if you want me to do it, just say that. Don't give me an example of I wish you could do that. Now, if you want me to do something, ask me. I said, but don't ask me about something that you're not gonna do yourself. I said, I ain't on your Instagram.
Right.
I ain't even looking to be on there, but I'm watching you say things that don't add up to what you do.
Right.
I ain't on your Instagram. I ain't on your Snapchat. I ain't on none of that.
Yeah.
So don't expect me to do that same thing when I already told you from the gate I don't do that.
You don't do it. You don't even do it for yourself.
I don't even do it for myself. So
Right.
if you're expecting me to do that, I expect the same thing out of you.
Okay, that's good.
Um, Another example, and this ain't got nothing to do with no one. This is just common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're with somebody,
Okay.
like y'all talking, however you want to categorize it, y'all talking, y'all kicking it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have your, don't have all your eggs in one basket, and don't have all your eggs. If you ain't got all your eggs in one basket, don't expect that man to have your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
If you're not exuding that same energy that you want from that man and you ain't doing it yourself, it'll never work.
Right.
So if y'all talking, conversating, relationship, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't want that man talking to nobody, you need to do that same exact thing that you're expecting from him within yourself.
That's fair.
So if we ain't got no little boy, you got boy toys and girl toys and all that good stuff. You know what I mean by that? I ain't talking
Just
about
friends.
just friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let it be known from the jump instead of me having to find out. Because if I gotta find out, it's already it's over with after that.
Yeah.
So, if you're not putting them same action behind yourself that you're expecting from somebody else, it'll never work.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
And that's true.
And that's why I said earlier, this ain't just a woman thing. That's a man thing too. Cause I'm to be honest with you, I'm gonna call it spade a spade. I mean, we're not perfect
You mean as far as men?
as far as men, and I'm gonna look in the camera. Y'all ain't either. It's not. We ain't finna play tit for tat. We both in the middle with this.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong
I
with
ain't
that.
trying to deem more to the man's side. I ain't trying to deem more to the woman's side. I'm straight down the middle. So it's black and white with me.
Okay.
If you ain't doing it, don't expect me to do it.
Right.
And if you ain't certain for it, don't think I'm gonna be certain for it. It's never gonna happen like that.
Right.
However, if you're exuding the same actions, and I told you I'm action based, I'm not too much on really wordplay and getting conviction out of you telling me something. I can see it more in your actions than anything.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm more action based. However, not to get off topic,
No,
if
good.
you follow them same actions that you want from that man or you want from that woman, you need to be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a playbook.
Mm-hmm.
If you expecting your players to do that play, you need to do that same play.
Mm-hmm.
It need to work out just like you thought it is. Don't try to put X and O's over here and run another route or set a screen somewhere else. Nah, follow that exact same play that you planned out for yourself and that person.
Exactly.
So
that's good. And even if you have to grow to whatever it is that you're asking for,
correct.
that's where the actions come in.
Yes.
But if you're just saying something just to be saying it, just because you feel like, oh, okay, you a man and you're supposed to do X, Y, Z,
correct,
then and really honestly, maybe a long time ago, when women have all these expectations from out of a man, it's more like I don't want to say it's like a cliche.
It is. You can use the word cliche.
Okay.
Because, I mean, no, I take that back.
Well,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
okay.
In today's times, it's cliche.
It's a cliche.
Back then, you was growing up, grandma and they parents.
Man take care of the house, woman take care of.
Already understood what's supposed to be happening.
Right.
Nowadays, a man got to make 100,000 just to even get you to do the dishes.
Right. Wow.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I mean, I ain't basing it on my life. I'm just basing it around the whole thing. It is very much a financial gain for you to go do something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the reverse. I mean, again, I'm not deeming to one side. I'm straight down the middle. I ain't saying that y'all perfect. I ain't saying that we ain't either. We all got our flaws into this. It's not the same.
So let me ask you this then.
Go ahead.
So let's just say hypothetically,
right.
you have a extremely successful woman.
Right.
Mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like she got, y'all vibing good and y'all getting along and, she has standards.
Correct.
Okay. And you like this woman, would the adjustments be, would that make you want to make the adjustments for this successful woman? If you already know off the top what you're dealing with, but you really, really like this woman, you know what I'm saying? It's because, again, she already know what she's looking for because she exudes all of those things. Correct. As a woman. So would that I guess, I don't want to say would that intimidate you, or would you want to work hard to, get yourself in order to meet up to that standard of what she's expecting?
Right.
Would it be worth it? Or will you just...
It'll only be accepted if she accepts it.
Okay, that's good. That's what I was looking for.
Like,
I was looking for that answer.
how can I put this? Hypothetically speaking, if you're dealing with a high successful woman and you're just a regular average Joe person that just go to work, you just go home and do what you need to do for take care of yourself, and then there's a woman that exceeds what you're not already doing. I'm not saying she's gonna have to come down from a high horse, but you're gonna have to kind of meet at the same level. And I'm not talking about financial gain. I'm talking about up here.
She has to be willing to.
She has to.
If she likes you,
If she like it, she's gonna have to be willing, literally,
to bring you up
bring
without any
you up.
issues,
Yeah.
without making you feel like that you are beneath
Like
her.
if she already up and you getting to a point where you trying to get up, but she can help you get up, she has to be able to handle that. Like she has to accept that she can help you, because in today's times there is no such thing. And I'm not saying that every woman like this. However, in today's times, that ain't happening.
I know.
If you ain't got it, you ain't getting it.
I know.
And I'm very old school with it.
You are old school.
Listen, if you give me peace, I give you peace. If you want me to help you out, help yourself out. So if you want to help me out, don't deem me or don't knock me down, because I'm not where you at.
Right.
And if we speaking in today's times, y'all gonna get a little more ahead than we are. Just a little bit. I ain't saying it's a big old game, but the major impact from it is different than us.
Right.
So if a man, for example, gets a woman that's not a woman,
he got all the expectations, and then
it depends on the person. Honestly, I can't say everybody like it, because if you're a good guy and you're a high quality man and you got all the things that can fund somebody and get them to the next step, and you see somebody that has the drive to go do it, why would you not help them?
Exactly.
Now, if you're gonna help somebody, and at the same time condemn them for things they doing because they not where you at, then there's no point of you even trying to teach somebody that. So if this is a high value woman that's coming down to an average Joe man that just has literally a 9 to 5, because women say having a 9 to 5 is not it, which is crazy to me. However,
do they really say that?
Yes. But
okay,
then again, those are girls, that's not women.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Does a real woman say that?
A real woman's not gonna never say that.
No.
She's never gonna say that, ever.
Now, her expectations are definitely going to be different.
Of course, because they're gonna be stern. They're gonna be straight to the point.
And they're gonna believe in you a little different.
Exactly.
As well.
But if you showing the actions that she can see the belief in you being better as a man, it can get you to the next step. Why would she not help you?
Right.
Men do the same thing.
I honestly think though that's why a lot of young men may date older women.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah.
Because
you're
gonna either find a young man that just want to be like a little play toy, like you just said. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little sugar mama or whatever, and she buy me some PlayStations and some Jordans or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's kid stuff.
Or you have a older woman that is not, she don't act old. You know what I'm saying? But she has drive behind her. Like she's already
already set.
She's already set.
She knows what she wants.
So you do have some young men out there, but I guess the men, I'm thinking that they're really the men with the suit and the ties.
Correct.
That want to be like in a corporate world or whatever.
Correct.
They're going to be drawn to more women that's driven.
Correct.
You know, and
I mean, but again, it's different, because you may be a guy that's already liked it, but the girl that you get is probably just as homebody as it gets, and you like just like that.
Yeah.
I'd like a guy that's just bring me straight peace. I'm not really looking at your financial standpoint, because that's not gonna really make or break. I can take care of myself.
Right.
But if you can bring me peace and femininity as a woman, because that's what's missing. I mean,
it is.
It's missing, and just from a man's standpoint, the masculinity of what men's supposed to do versus what you gotta do.
Right.
You should already know what you gotta do.
off the top.
I'm still struggling right now to do things, but now I'm at a different age where now it's starting to make sense.
Right. Yep.
So
And all that comes from being independent.
and experience.
I'm talking as a woman.
Okay.
So, we don't really recognize when we're independent, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna wait.
No.
And sometimes it just depends.
It
on
depends
the
on the person. I'm telling you.
But there have been times where I've gone out and I automatically open the door.
Correct.
But I have been told, don't touch that door no more. Too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so used to
right
pushing my door open for myself, even though this person is behind me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not letting him open the door. That's just the independence in me.
Correct.
That, that I not so much had to dumb it down, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm already off the top, I got it. I'm straight.
I'm good.
Then I can't really expect nothing from if I'm not allowing you to show me what it is that I'm looking for.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to work on that too. But I'm trying my best at 52 to not be set in my ways. I'm actually at an age where I'm actually ready to grow into my 52.
Correct.
Because it's just the age.
It's just the age.
But I'm still feeling like I'm 20. I don't act like it.
Mama.
But I still have room to grow.
Correct.
And then just to soar on out.
I'm still the same person that I feel like I'm like, how can I put this? Me and Smurf was talking.
With your friend.
My friend Smurf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember somebody was like, man, you too old to be acting like that at your age. And I was like, how you supposed to act? And it was like, well, you supposed to act old. I said, bro, I still feel like I was in high school, but I don't do high school things. Like, I still have the energy how I was at 17, 18 years old. It's just at that time was a little more reckless. I can go do dumb things, and it didn't have really
what they were saying you was being immature.
Basically, not basically. Like, how can I put it? You know how I dress? They're expecting a person like me to dress like a 32, 31-year-old would dress, which is, just regular collar shirt, jeans, tennis shoes,
like a little polo shirt,
like that. And I'm like, but that ain't me though.
Right.
I'm gonna keep dressing how I dress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep thinking I have the same mindset I've been having, which keeps me vibrant. I don't want to think old. Why do I want to do that?
Yeah. No.
I say thinking
even
old.
I'm not there.
Thinking old gonna make you old.
Right.
Grandma's 75 right now. Don't look 75 and don't even think 75.
Exactly.
So, no.
And you got it honestly. So, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I still like figurines and stuff like that. But that's just what I grew up on. That's what I like.
Yeah. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. It keeps you sharp.
It keeps you
what
sharp.
I'm saying? That's why I love my grandkids. They keep me sharp.
Right.
That's why I was always into y'all, because it kept me on my toes.
Correct.
So, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm
mother.
But it's still
high expectations.
Yeah.
And that's where we just at.
Yeah.
And that ain't had nothing to do with women. That's just life, period. People put high expectations on you.
And they put labels, and they try to tell you how you want to live your life. Like, nah, this what I want. This what works for me.
That's the government.
But I do think that in relationships, like, I do feel like that it's extremely important. Again, it is extremely important for you to know who you are, and that takes a lot of time. So if you meet somebody that you really, really like, it ain't nothing like understanding. And I've said this in my previous videos, that when it comes to life and the expectations and relationships and things, you have to have a relationship with yourself first.
Man.
Like, you got to have,
say it again.
You got to know who you are, and you got to know who you are in order for you to know who you attract as well.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying? I honestly and truly feel like that your aura of who you are is who you attract.
That's true.
Now, back in the day, You know what I'm saying? I was out there. I was doing. I wasn't out there, but I'm saying I'm like I did not have a clue as to what life was supposed to be about, other
Right.
than just having fun. And
I
I did. I
understand.
had great fun. I had great friends. I had fun with. I enjoyed y'all, but there was absolute no structure at all whatsoever.
Zero structure.
So I didn't even know what to look for and all that kind of stuff, the things that I know now,
Right. It's
which
the
is
same with
why
me. It's kind of when I moved to Texas, I didn't have no.
no direction,
There
no
was
anything.
there was literally no blueprint on what I was gonna do. I kind of just figured it out,
Yep,
and I was it's the famous words: if you can make it in Memphis, you can make it anywhere.
that's so true.
It's very true. So if
I
you
don't really understand what that means because I
S-
live here.
So basically, what that means is if you can't survive the struggles and things that go out here, what makes you think you're gonna go to another city and do that?
Okay, we're getting ready to change the
My
subject.
bad. I
That's
know.
okay because I'm finna change it. So when you say the struggles, like I have my idea of what the struggles are, but what would be
The
yours?
struggles of watching over your back every day, especially nowadays. Like you ain't had to worry about getting robbed. You
Oh,
ain't had to worry about people trying to stick you up and take things from you and all that good stuff. Just the highs and lows that life gives you every day, especially here, because it's different in other places. If you ain't been there, I
right.
went to Texas and didn't have an issue
They
until I
have,
got stopped by the police. That was the only thing. As
which
far as
that could be anywhere.
that's anywhere,
Yeah.
but as far as people, I ain't had no issues with nobody. Just trying to figure out my way to get around. I had no issues. And then when I started meeting people that was from Memphis in Texas, say the same thing I said, oh, bro, I had to get out. I had to find a different way. I had to uh, see a whole nother place besides Memphis, because you
Yeah.
get stuck in that um, one crab out the barrel type of
Mhm.
mindset.
Yeah.
And then I mean it's true. Anybody from Memphis knows somebody from Memphis that if they
Mhm.
ain't never left, they ain't leaving, bro. Not even a little bit. So that's what I mean by the struggles. Not nothing personal, unless you just got personal things going on where you can't move and don't want to go nowhere. No, it's definitely more things on the other side of the horizon. I swear it is.
I had a conversation with, I don't even know who, I talk to so many people all the time, and
Yeah.
I had a conversation about people in Memphis. Oh, this was just yesterday. We was talking about people not wanting to. I can be wrong, but I don't really care if anybody doesn't agree with me or not,
It
But this
don't
is
matter.
just my opinion. This is
Right.
what I feel like it pertains to my life.
Yeah.
Um, I understand that you do have to work hard for things.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I am an advocate of I will help you if you helping yourself.
Help me help you.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I haven't been really put in positions, I think that but if I was actually put in a position, and it doesn't matter what position that it is in,
Right.
but if I was put in a real position to where I can help other people move forward and they wanna move forward, that's different.
It's super different.
Here, and I'm not just saying this is everybody, this is just from what I feel like experience wise, that in order for somebody to help you, you kind of got to already be elevated.
Right. Or had a mindset that you want to do
No, it
better.
ain't even about the mindset. It's about that. Um, if you're trying to start a business from scratch, right?
Right.
But you don't really have
The tools.
you. The other person has the tools,
Right.
but in order for them to help you, it's almost like somebody saying, "Well, you know what? I tell you what, you get a little bit more established, kind of get a little, a little bit more mud under your feet or whatever.
It's exactly what they saying.
Then
I'll
I
come and
got you.
help you.
You
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
you kind of
So
already know what that experience is like.
yeah.
So,
So it's like they don't want to help you, even if you're not a bad person.
no.
Even if you are a person that's really trying to get out there and because a lot of times people don't really understand your complexes of life. You might be all over the place.
You might be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, um, you have to really get somebody special or somebody that really believes in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's your dream,
They gotta believe more than you.
They got to believe it, and they say, you know what? I see what you're trying to do. I know your heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and help you out because I know for a fact that just me believing in you as a person,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna invest.
It's
you know,
just like
even if it's knowledge, it doesn't always have to be financial.
Mm-mm.
But even if it's just a connection of I see what you're doing, and people have really kind of like helped me to that degree. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like in Memphis we don't help each other enough.
We don't, and there's only a certain few that's gonna help you.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's all people,
No.
but
Majority.
I just see as far as like moving out of Memphis. Yeah, I feel it more so now than I ever have in my whole entire life.
Correct. It took me to leave twice.
Right. Now, do I feel like that, you know, it does kind of irritate me a little bit that when I think about how long I've been working.
Mm-hmm.
And, you don't really know everybody's struggle, but it's like, man, I've been working for a long time to not really be where I need to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of frustrating. So I'm saying that to say that if you want to achieve anything in this city, I don't even want to say it,
You
but
gotta say it.
if you can help it to really not step on no toes, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's gonna be even harder for you to get it from the ground up, especially if you ain't got nobody in your corner that's helping you.
That's correct.
And then on top of that too, with the crime,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know if somebody they can either steal an ID or they can steal your car.
Mine.
Either way, you getting robbed.
You gonna get robbed
You
anyway.
know.
But where would we be without trials and tribulations?
That's good. That's true.
Cause
It's a lot of them here.
It's a lot of them, but that's why I said if you can use that same mindset, same ideals, and take it somewhere else, you're gonna be big every time. Every time.
Yeah.
I took the mindset of, well, if I can be in Memphis and as slow as it is, can go somewhere else and see what I can do, I definitely do it. And I was just so graciously blessed with a woman that I would believe so. She thought I could do it, cause you get somebody random ask you, hey, you want to stay down here in Memphis? It's like, bro, what you talking about? I'm not moving nowhere. Why? I don't know you like that. But some told me like just take a chance, and then I called yo mama, my grandma, and she said, and I quote, "Boy, you ain't got no kids. What the hell you doing?
Right.
Get up out of here."
Yep.
And I said, okay.
Yep.
And the next day, I went back to Memphis, got all my stuff, and came back down to Texas, and that was 5 years.
Yep.
So, trust me.
It really ain't nothing wrong with you moving around like that.
No,
though.
it's not
like
at all.
If I had the opportunity, which of course, I love y'all to death.
Of course.
But I'm saying if I didn't have any children,
I
know for a fact I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here. I mean, you see where I'm at now. I'm here because I'm not here because I want to be. I'm here because of a situation that brought me back down to ground zero, and I had to go back to ground 10 to see where I'm at now. And it's not now. I'm like, well, could go back, could stay here. And how things been going in the city now it's getting better.
It's getting better.
It's not at a 100%
right
rate. However, it's getting there.
And I think that with that too, I don't think that it's enough light that shine on actually the good things that is offered here.
Never.
You know what I'm
never will
saying?
be, but the powers that be will never want you to see that. They
Right.
want you to see the BS. They want you to see the robbing and the killing and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Versus the history that's here, the people that push for the good in people here, they definitely don't see
It
it.
is a flip side
I mean,
to it.
you could have seen that with the Dr. Marie Fagan's, you know, that situation. I mean,
I don't want to talk. I mean, we can talk about that. I mean,
I
we can get into it.
I ain't gonna get into it, but I'm
But
gonna keep a few choice words.
okay, well, let me say this.
Go ahead.
So we won't, cause we on the outside looking in.
I understand.
But I will say this. I feel like with what happened with her.
That was a very good depiction of how Memphis is. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. But that's what the city's been bred on. Cause this, you know, act like this just a city that was just pristine at first. Of course, it was ran by mobsters and gangsters and all that. So of course you're gonna have dirty practice here. And it don't matter what color you is. It don't matter what color you is. As you can see, it was all types of faces and different colors up there on that podium. But the whole gist of it was they got rid of a woman that was trying to do something good for the city. Why would you not want that? Because of the dirty practices that y'all already do. That was a woman that's not even from here that wants to push the advocacy for kids to do better in the school system because it sucks. And I didn't have a superintendent for a whole year. And that's what's missing in today's times. There ain't nobody up here pushing the issue. They want somebody that's going to be a house dude. He's going to sit in the house all day and not do nothing. Yes, massa. Yeah, we going to keep doing that versus somebody like, nah, maybe we need to do this different.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. I'm sticking to
it. That might be true. But again, we on the outside.
We on the outside looking in, but we ain't going to act like we don't see it, though.
But I will say this without elaborating.
I got you.
There is an agenda. I do feel like there is always an agenda. I do feel like it's always a distraction. You know, I do feel like, in my words of Glorilla, some cooking.
Some stupid cooking.
Some is cooking. You know, I probably say that a little proper. You know, some cooking in the kitchen that we don't know nothing about. Right. You know, and again, I probably would never even know. You know, because of you have the highs and the lows. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might, you know, we're not gonna really know what the answer really is.
No one is.
But you know, I do feel like it's an agenda. There was a reason, of course. I don't think it was for the reason that they said it was for. Mm-mm. And this ain't got nothing to do with social media or what has been said, nothing. It's just some ain't right. There is probably a different agenda. And this is all in both of our opinions. We really don't know. This is just what we think because we live here, you know. But if you look at how the way of the world, I'm going to say this too. I was looking on social media and there was a guy that did a video about Memphis. And one thing, you know, since I done got back on my TikTok,
right,
I don't see nothing but a lot of Memphis stuff now. Like we are really like, you know, we in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, this guy, I saw a video. This guy had pointed out about the agenda, quote unquote, in my opinion. If you think about the situation that happened with the beating of that young man, what was his name?
Tyree Nichols.
Yeah, him. And then you got the civil rights, the suing the city of Memphis for the civil rights or something like that about how the police target more black people. Basically, they're under investigation, right? And you got that. Then you got, of course, the superintendent. All of these things have happened. I can't think of what the other things that he said, but basically he was just saying that we got Elon Musk, you know, with that situation, with him bringing that plant here. But all of these things are already being done.
It was already set. It was done before it hit the public.
So you have to have certain things to set up certain things for the plan to work.
Correct.
You know. But this is just my opinion. You know, this is just what I think. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I think that. So going back to what I said, so if you think on an overall standpoint with the person that we have in office right now, that's making decisions like that.
Oh yeah.
These things were already put into place to already start happening in order for the change to come. Now, what
Correct.
the change is I don't know. It's just that, you got children, you got people, you got jobs, everything that's being, affected.
Very much so.
Now, what I don't want to say, because I don't want to get too political in this or whatever, because this is, this has nothing to do. It has something to do with my life, but we need to start paying attention to who is affected.
Right.
Who is being portrayed? What is being put on TV? What is being put on social media? You know what I'm saying? Who is being affected by all of these changes, whether it's in Memphis, whether it's in whatever state it might be in, because these other places, we don't know half of the stuff that they're going through. However, you got to pay attention to who. Now, the who is who they don't put on TV that's being affected.
Correct.
Because the distraction is who we see. So,
Right.
Of course, we're going to zero in on who is
you
being
see.
portrayed as the bad person.
Correct.
But you need to start paying attention to what you're not seeing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I ain't gonna stick in there too long because I'll be all day with that.
I got you.
And
I'm glad
know.
your niece ain't
who?
here. Genevieve.
Oh, she gonna be on here.
I understand.
Yeah, we gonna make this a overall conversation because again,
And your brother.
yeah, it needs to be said, but it needs to be said from a place of how is it affecting your life.
Right. And most people can't give you the answer because they don't know.
They
don't know. Even I don't know. I have an opinion about it, but I truly do not know the whole overall view, because if you sit up there and do that, you're gonna go crazy.
You will go crazy, but what you can do is say, you know what? Let me just fall back and make sure my ducks in a row.
Right, because that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So we going back to the beginning of the conversation as far as the expectations.
Correct.
You got to make sure that your ducks in a row with yourself.
Right.
I got to make sure my insides, my whole mind, body, soul, spirit is intact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't always have anything to do with money. It has something to do with your spirit. It has something to do with your soul, even as a person, because all those, if you don't have money, what do you have? You know, I watched a video of this guy that said that he went through partying and drinking and girlfriends and and tossing women and all this kind of stuff. But then when he went home, he was lonely. So it started affecting him in such a way, like it's got to be more to life than just this. So he started working out. He started taking care of his body, because the only thing that he owns is his body.
Yeah.
You can't control nothing else.
No.
So everything else you just have to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be aware of what's going on and control what you can only control.
Right.
And then move on from there. Because everything, if it's meant to be, it's going to come together without any effort.
Man.
Without no effort. So, anyway, that's that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just went to a whole nother situation.
Man.
But, we got it out there. So,
We did. It's your first one.
This my first one. And I'm glad that you came over here to share this moment with me. And we're going to have many more conversations. We're going to have many more talks about life. And I definitely want this to be
A recurring thing.
Was that, and if anybody wants to get something out,
Right. Oh yeah. For
you
sure.
know, I want this to be a place of peace, like you said.
Mm.
Um, a place of, because it ain't nothing wrong with talking with level-headed people,
No, it ain't.
where you can,
It's not.
where there is a okay to agree to disagree. We have a difference of an opinion. It's okay. But the main goal is to be able to leave a conversation and you got something from it.
Right.
That's the whole point. That's the only way you're going to evolve, is if you're growing. So,
What you say your famous words to me, and I still live by it to this day.
what?
Just keep moving forward.
That's it. That's my
Your
daddy.
father
That's
says
my
it all
daddy
the
said.
time, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what that
He
means,
say, my
bro.
daddy say, keep living.
Keep living, bro.
That's what he says.
Huh? Keep living. You
Keep
understand?
living. You will understand. And I so understand.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
mine.
But anyway, until the next time, thank you for listening to KariMe Podcast. And I'm hoping that you can carry our conversations with you. Until next time, y'all have a good night. Bye.
I think you
Hit the up button.
Bye, y'all.